Do you work with too many coaches? Are you unclear? Today, I want to talk about the relationship that you have with the energy of your business. Yes, you do have a relationship with your business, and the business has its own energy. Today, I'm looking at the relationship with your business, the energy of your business, through the sacral chakra. You've been following it for a while. You know I love the chakras. They are within us. They are everywhere around us. They are something you don't need to take a course on. Now, the relationship you have with your business, I want you to actually stop this episode and I want you to write down what you actually want out of a relationship. I'm not talking about with your business just yet, just a relationship. What is it you want? What needs do you actually need meeting, and what needs does your business need? Just have a think about that. Now, in here, in this beautiful sacral chakra, we're actually looking at communication. Now, you might be thinking, hang on, throat's communication. Everything starts in the lower chakras before it can go anywhere else. We need the foundations. We need to understand communication. And this communication, at the moment, I'm only talking about the relationship to your business. So it's the communication you have with your business. Do you talk to it? Do you write letters to it? Do you actually communicate with your business? Or is it just something that's, oh, I just created it? Like, huh? What? Communication is really important in a relationship. Is your business actually talking to you and you're not listening? Think about thoughts that may have come through, ideas may have come through. Are they actually coming from the energy of your business? Now, in here is also marketing. Are you actually asking your business what it wants? How does it want to be marketed? You might turn around and go, oh, I want to do this. And yet your business is going, no, that's actually not right for us. There are many ways to market your business. And when you talk to your business, it will help you understand. And if you want to be visible, it will help you be visible. Imagine your business giving you a big hug before you maybe do an episode like I'm doing, or maybe you're doing a live video, or you could even just be creating content, written content. Allow your business to give you love. Because when your business gives you love before you create content, imagine what is going to come out, how that is going to be. Now, how much do you support your business and how much does it support you? This might be the first time you've actually heard that your business has its own energy. And like any relationship, we need to support one another. You birthed this business, which means it has an energy. It has an inner child as well. What age is your business? I don't mean, you might have started a business 5 years ago. That doesn't mean your business is 5 years old. It could be older. It could be younger. Talk to it, ask it, and then ask what support it needs. And then tell it what support you need. Because you want to be passionate about your business. And when you're in a relationship and you have that beautiful support with one another, the passion comes through, and it comes through in your content when you're talking about what you do and how you do it. And it's amazing. Like you can feel, you can hear, and if you're watching, you can see me. I love talking about this. I get excited because when you realize you're in a relationship with your business, you become more passionate, you become more loving, you become more caring, more nurturing. You realize that you can meet your needs with your business's support. and you can meet its needs. And it's about connecting to your business on a daily basis. This could be maybe meditating with your business. It could be writing a letter to your business. It could be asking, what do you need from me today? What do we need to do today to show up in the world? How can we inspire others? How can we share ourselves? You can see I love this. And in the sacral chakra, it's also about using intuition in your business. When you really connect with your business, it will help you with your intuition. And intuition is really important. I did it myself. I outsourced everything I could, like business decisions. I outsourced all of it. And I didn't recognize who I was. I had lost myself. And then I realized I needed to come back to me and talk to my business. And when I did that, things changed. Things changed dramatically. Now let's talk about when this chakra is unaligned. Now, I'm not saying blocked because I cannot stand that. Energy is never blocked. It is always moving. It might move at different speeds, but it's always moving. And you can tell I'm getting passionate about this because there is scientific proof. Chat to scientists and ask them about energy. They will tell you it's always moving, always moving. Now, in here, this is where when it's unaligned, you don't have a marketing strategy because you're not talking to your business. You're not asking it. You're not saying, what do we need to do? You might even have an inconsistent marketing strategy. You might do a launch and then suddenly you're gone for 6 months. And then you might do another launch and gone for 6 months. It's inconsistent. You're not being creative in your business. You're not, creativity can be maybe pulling an oracle card and saying, hey, business, what does this mean? Okay, let's create some art together. What color do you want? It could be anything. And you don't need to be like a traditional artist to create art. I've seen an episode recently where this person creates art based on their breathing, and it's a way to help regulate themselves. They get a paintbrush, they get paint. When they breathe in, they do a stroke. When they exhale, they do another stroke. And I thought, how ingenious is that? That is so cool. That can be art. And the whole process of the breathing helps regulate yourself so you can talk to your business. Are you a person that creates content or doesn't create content? Maybe you create it inconsistently. Maybe you outsource it to someone else and you've lost your voice. These are signs of an unaligned, beautiful sacral chakra in relation to having a relationship with your business. Have you lost the passion? One way you can tune in is you imagine yourself as a mini you going into the chakra and just having a look around and then inviting your business in and going, okay, let's have a chat. Because relationships are about communication, as I said at the start. It's about communication. How often do you communicate with your business? It's talking to you in many different ways. And it's time to start listening. It will help you so much more than a coach can. Now, I have a coach. I love my coach, and I'm a coach as well. Yet the first thing I do is I talk to my business. That's the first thing I do. And then if things are still unclear, that's when I go to my coach because I love what I do and I love my business. I talk to it, I listen. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And also, when you like, share, comment, subscribe, you may not realize you're helping support me on my YouTube channel. You help support me on the audio podcasts like Apple and Spotify. And I really appreciate it because it means that the message gets out there. And you can see how passionate I am about this. Thank you and wishing you a beautiful day wherever you are in this world.